Olá a todos, sejam bem-vindos a mais uma sessão deste Entre Quatro Paredes, onde pretendemos levar até vossas casas as histórias e opiniões de um conjunto de personalidades ligadas ao polo aquático, ao desporto em geral e ao momento que estamos a atravessar. Hoje, connosco, contamos com um dos melhores guarda-redes da história do polo aquático, Stefano Tempesti. O italiano conta no seu currículo com pelo menos 5 participações em Jogos Olímpicos, dos quais recebeu 2 medalhas. Foi uma vez campeão olímpico em Xangai em 2011, participou em vários europeus, onde também recebeu pelo menos 2 medalhas. Tem no seu currículo ainda diversas taças da Liga dos Campeões, 14 vezes campeão em Itália, 5 vezes vencedor da taça. Entre diversos prémios, é claramente um dos melhores guarda-redes da história. A entrevista hoje será feita em inglês, para facilitar a comunicação com o entrevistado, mas nós não deixaremos de traduzir alguns trechos da entrevista para que toda a gente possa usufruir o mais possível. Well, Stefano, I have first to thank you for this interview and congratulate you for all the trophies you've received through all your career. Throughout the interview, we will discuss the past, the present, and the future of your career, as well as make some unique questions that we want to be answered from you. So the first one is, who is exactly the albatross of Prato? Stefan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but okay, maybe you can hear me now.
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well.
Okay, perfect. First of all, thank you for hosting me and for this introduction that you made about me, about my career. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, did you answer my first question? It was, who is the albatross of Prato?
Yeah, the albatross of Prato is a sort of nickname that the Henkelman gave me many years ago, maybe about more than 20 years ago. About we were talking about the first Italian championship in Italy against Posillipo when I used to play in Florencia, and he called me the albatross. Is a bird, and from Prato. Prato is the city where I live, where I was born, and that he called me this nickname, and this nickname followed me for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I know that you have played for Florencia, but you started in Futura 2000, right?
Yes.
Could you tell us how did you come to water polo?
Yeah, it's a normal story. I started because the doctor told to my mom that I needed to go to learn to swim because I was very tall. So in order to avoid a problem in my back and all the stuff, because I was so tall. And then I started swimming, and I became a water polo player because there were this water polo school. There was a coach, a young trainer who saw me many years ago, and so I asked my mom if I wanted to join the new team, and I started, and I immediately started as a goalie because I was the taller, and then the coach told me, you can go there because you should be good at it.
That's exactly one of the questions I would do. So, do you think that taller players are condemned to be goalkeepers or center players? Do you think that?
I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe it could help, but I don't know if it's a rule or if it's just occasional. For sure, in my case, it helps a lot.
Yeah, but if you have to recruit one player, a young one, which one would you prefer? So a tall guy or a more technical goalkeeper, for example?
No, for sure, a tall guy, for sure.
So you believe that technical you can be improved or learn?
For sure. Yeah. You can improve your technique. You can improve your strength, all this stuff, but you cannot improve if you are tall taller or shorter. So this is the most important thing for me.
Okay, so you think it's a plus for you. Okay, good. So let's go back to Florencia. Florencia was your first experience in A1 division, right?
Yes, right.
How did you arrive there?
I arrived there because Florence is a very close town from Prato, the city where I was born and where I used to play for Futura Nuoto Prato. And Florentia was in the first division. Prato was in the third division, and they saw me. A coach, Jacopo Bologna, saw me in 1991 and early 90s, and asked to my family if they were ready to bring me every day for training from Prato to Firenze. It's about between 30 minutes and 1 hour by car. And my family gave me the permission, and I started this adventure there. And then I played for the first division, 1994, first time. I was very young.
How old were you at the time?
Excuse me?
How old were you at the time?
Almost 15.
Almost 15.
Almost 15. The first time I played in the first division, I was almost 15. If I correctly remember, was the 5th of June, 1994. I was almost 15 because I was born on the 9th.
With the 15, I believe you were the one carrying the caps of the team, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, so was during that time that you were also called for a set belt for the first time, or no?
I used to play for the junior national team in those years, about 1994, 1995, and then I started to train for the preparation for the Olympic Games in Atlanta with Ratko Rudic in 1996. I made all the 3 months for the preparation, and then, of course, he chose Attolico and Gerini. I was the third goalkeeper, and then it was 1996 was my first match with the national team.
At the time, you were coached by Mr. Gianni De Magistris, right? One of the best players ever in Italy, right?
Okay, it was one of the person who decided to pick me from Prato to Firenze, but it has never been my coach. He was the coach the 1 or 2 years before. Okay. When I was there, my coach was Jacopo Bologna for the junior team and Riccardo Tempestini for the first division.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so from Firenze, then you moved to ProRec, right, in 2013. How did it happen?
2003.
And three, right. How did it happen?
It happened because I wanted to make the goalkeeper as a profession. I wanted to be a professional water polo player, and I understood that if I wanted to do that, I needed to make an experience outside from Florence. Florence was like a big family, was like a very beautiful place where to play, where to live, but I didn't know if it was the right place to become a professional water polo player. So I decided I said to the president, to the coach, that I wanted to play somewhere else, and they put me on sale. So Posillipo and Recco made all the offers to buy me, to buy my card, and then I decided to go to Recco.
I can see that you were an outsider from the team. Yeah. So in ProRec you won 14 titles, right? At least.
Yeah.
And 5 in a row. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's exactly that point that I want to make a question. So how come you didn't get tired after the third one?
You can't become tired because first of all, it's my job and it's my passion. But above all, it's something every year is a new experience, and you don't know if you have another chance the year after. So you put yourself put everything to win every year. You know you cannot win for a long time, but it happened in record 14 times. It's a very long period.
But what is the most important thing that you think is behind all those wins?
I think maybe is to be lucky to be in the right place at the right moment, and to take your chance to train with the best players of the world for many years.
Okay, we will talk about that later. But so one more question still regarding Pro Rec, your all those titles. Have you ever considered to leave the team, to move to another, just to, let's say, balance the challenge and the competition in the league?
No, never, because Reco was my home. It is actually my home, and I always thought that it was the end. It could be the end of my career. And when the president and the society told me that I needed to go somewhere else or to quit, I decided to move to Syracuse for that reason, because I wanted to go to the Olympics and I wanted to have the chance to make the 6th Olympics. But in the past, I never thought about moving somewhere else.
Okay. Well, for some of the young players, is considered when you move to Pro Rec is basically reaching the top. Do you agree or no?
Yes, of course, I agree. I agree because Reco represented in the last 20 years the top of everything, for the organization, for the players who played there, for his history, for the titles, for everything. So for sure, when you reach Pro Reco, you reach the top. I don't know if it's like to play in Real Madrid or Barcelona or I don't know, in Juventus right now, because you are in the best team under all the viewpoints.
Okay, but other people say that it's just marketing. Do you think that Pro Rec is improving or promoting water polo in the world is better than other clubs are doing?
This is a very difficult question. I just can say that maybe when you are at the top and you represent the excellence in your, I don't know if it's correct in English, but when you represent the top in everything in your sport, you should be the other should be look at you like the reach point, like the thing that you want it to be, you would like to be in the future. So I think that what a Pro Reco represents in the past and right now, they achieve the point that you want to be a professional water polo player.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things I remember that I see a lot of times in Instagram is those pictures of Pro Reco experience. How did you feel the first time that you saw your picture over the bench? Did you feel like a football superstar or?
No, I didn't. It's just something that when you play for Pro Reco, for a top team, you have to deal with it. Because we are not used to those stuff, but it's something that you must deal with.
Mm-hmm. By the way, just which one do you prefer, Totti or Ronaldo?
Buffon. I prefer Totti.
Buffon. Great question. Great answer. Sorry. Okay, so also with the Pro Reco, you won 5 Champions League. My question is, which one did you like the most?
This is another difficult question. There's no right answers for this question. Maybe the first one. The first one, because when you reach when you win the Champions League, you are on the top in the world for the club. So maybe that's the moment you realize that you are really the best in the best team of the world.
Mm-hmm. When you win a title like that, what is the feeling of
2007 in Milan?
2007? Yeah. So
and I lost the year before in the final against the same team, against Dubrovnik.
Okay, so good, because I'm gonna make you a question right now. It's not exactly about that specific year that you lost against Dubrovnik, but it's about 2018 against Olympiacos. You were the captain of the team at the time.
Yeah.
As a captain, what have you told to your teammates after losing the championship? I remember that you were playing at home, right?
Yeah.
With a lot of enthusiasm. What did you say?
We were prepared to win. We were ready to win. I was ready to quit my career as a first goalkeeper in Reco, because I knew that BH would be there in the next year. And it should be the 40th trophy in Reco for me. So the fairy tale was perfect. It didn't happen. It was very bad. It hurts a lot. And but I don't remember right now what I told to my friends, to my teammates. But for sure, I behaved like a captain. Like a captain told them that it could happen. The life is long, and it will be a chance in the future to win again. But for sure, it hurt a lot.
Yeah. So you have already said that, and we already know that you have continued even after almost deciding that you would quit, but you didn't. The next year, you saw Paredes leaving, leaving or quitting the sport. Did you consider again to retire or no?
No, never. No. And I 2 days ago I signed a contract for the next 4 years for Syracuse. So my adventure will continue. I'm aware that I'm 41 and every year could be the last one, but I need to behave like it is the first one. And every year I will be in touch with my president, with my coach, and we will discuss about if it's the case that I continue or that I quit.
Yeah. So for those that are hearing us, Tempesti has already played for 5 times in the Olympics. He won 2 medals, but he wants to be in Tokyo the next year now, right? We all know now that is the next year. My question is, would you rather be a world champion or Olympic medalist?
Maybe Olympic medalist, because when you win an Olympic medalist, you sign the history. You put yourself above everything, because Olympic is every 4 years. It's something special. It's something different, and then you are on the top of your sword.
Yeah. So even being the second or the third is always better, or is not worse?
To achieve an Olympic final is the most beautiful thing that could happen in your career. Of course, it should be better if you win, like I did in the final of the Olympics. But being there, you are on the top of your sport.
Which one do you prefer, being second in London or third?
No, second in London. Second in London, of course.
Second in London. What was the feeling before and after the game?
Excuse me?
What was the feeling, or your feeling, the team's feeling, before the game and also after it?
But before the game, the feeling was we were strong. We were prepared. We were ready to battle, to fight. Of course, after the match, we realized that we lost against maybe I don't know if it was a better team, but it was a team who played until the end an unbelievable water polo.
Well, my point is, we have discussed now the all those losses, but I'm interested to know, when you win, do you celebrate a lot? I mean, do you drink?
No, I don't. I'm not used to drink, but for sure I celebrate. Of course, when you're younger and you have the strength, you have the willing to celebrate a lot, to go outside, to share your joy with all the people that follow you, all the fans, etc. Now the best things that I want to do is to celebrate with my family, because of course I'm older and I have another goal. This is the best thing for me, to share my happiness with my wife, with my son, with my daughter, with my parents, my brother, etc.
Right, it's understandable. So you've been in a lot of competitions throughout these years. In 2012, you missed the Eindhoven European Championship. What happened?
I missed them in 2012 because I had a surgery at my shoulder, and I was in a recovery. I had a surgery in October, and in January I wasn't ready yet to play again. I started play at the end. I don't remember if the end of January or half of February. The first match was against Posilipo here in Reco.
So for those that are hearing us, that are let's say forward players, I mean, they are not goalkeepers. Most of them would say, but a goalkeeper never gets injured in the shoulder. How possible is that?
I know it's possible because you hit the ball for your whole life many thousand times a day. So after years and years, it could hurt, and it could broken some muscle or something in your shoulder. It's something that happened. It could happen even when you're young, because when you hit the ball, you are not in control. Sometimes you're not in control. When you shoot, you are in control. When you have to hit the ball and block the ball, you are not in control, and something could happen very bad.
Right. In 2011, right, in Shanghai, you were a gold medalist. You were also awarded as best goalkeeper of the tournament. Do you agree that a good goalkeeper is half of a team?
Excuse me, do you agree that a good goalkeeper
is half of a team?
I don't know if it is half of the team, but for sure, in water polo, the goalkeeper is the most important rule, for sure. Because if you have a good goalkeeper, you can win. If you don't have a good goalkeeper, it's very difficult to win it. You can have the best team ahead, but if the goalkeeper is not sure, is not safe, is not strong, it's very, very difficult to win. So the goalkeeper, I don't know if it's half of the team, but for sure it's very, very important.
Mm-hmm. We have talked about Olympics, World Championship, Champion League finals, European Championships. My question is, how do you prepare yourself, or how do you think that we should prepare for mentally and also physically for this type of major competition? What do you think are the most important points?
The most important thing is to plan. Is to plan your training. You have to understand the time that you have above you, and you have to decide very specifically what kind of training you want to make. Who is your competitors, and against who you have to play, all the players, and it's lots of stuff you have to consider when you have a major competition like Olympics or World Championship or European Championship, Champions League, etc. You have to consider many things and put them together to be ready at the right time.
Right. Okay. So you are also already preparing yourself for the next one for Tokyo, trying at least to, right?
Yes, I'm trying.
My question is Gianni De Magistris again challenging you to be? I mean, you both are the ones with 5 participations in the Olympics. You wanted to be the first one with 6. Is that a challenge? Or?
I want to be the first one, but not because I have something with Gianni. Gianni is a very close friend, and we are friends, and we had fun about it in the past. But for sure, I want to do that because I feel myself that is the right thing for me. So that's why I wanted to do that. It's a chance that I have in my career. I know that it's very difficult, but I also know that if you do that, you write the history of the sport. And when you have the chance, why not to try?
So you want to be the Michael Phelps of water polo, the one that nobody was expecting to participate again and win. Let's see.
I'll do my best.
Do you think? How do you think COVID-19 will affect or no your plan?
Excuse me, I don't understand.
Okay, so my question was, how do you think COVID-19, this new the new problem that we are watching in the health system, is or can affect or change your plan?
Well, maybe it's too early to talk about it. For sure, we will see a new kind of water polo, a new kind of teams, a new kind of vision about water polo, because it's something that affects everything, included sports, included competitors, included the Olympics, everything. So maybe it's too early to see the consequences of this COVID-19, but for sure there will be consequences. I hope that who made the rules, who made took the decision, is capable to understand the situation and make the right choices for us, for the athletes, for everybody, to play safe and to play at the best water polo as we can.
What do you think that we should do differently so that we can return as soon as possible?
First of all, we have to be safe. We must be safe. We have time to face the Olympics, so we have to make all the moves to be ready to play in a safe place, for me, for us, for everybody, for the families, for the people who see the matches, for everybody. Once you deal with it, once you had the chance to play in a safe environment, you can do whatever you want. But first of all, this is the most important thing, because if you make a false step right now, could be a disaster.
Yeah, it's interesting that most of the time we discuss if we should return or when are we going to return, and it's interesting to see that one of the best players in the world is saying, first of all, the most important is the safety of the players. Okay, so imagine that I give you 2 chances. One is to play with or to play the Lens Champions League final with Casas, Sukno, Plajinovic, Perrone, Filipovic, and Ivovic. And the other one is to win a world championship with Pelugo, Calcaterra, Filippo, Figlioli, Gallo, and Di Fulvio. Which one would you?
For sure, the Italian team. I had a chance to play with both, but for sure, I will play with the Italian team.
Do you feel blessed?
Yes, of course. Of course, I am. Every day of my life.
Could you describe us a little bit of how is to defend those guys during a whole season? I mean, how is to practice
with the players?
Yeah, for players like this.
It's a privilege for me. In the past, it has been a privilege to have the chance to train every day with the best players of the world. This is one of the reasons why we won in Shanghai, or we won the medal in London or in Rio. That's because most of the players of the national team used to play in Reco, in Pro-Reco, and in Pro-Reco also play the best players of the world from the whole country, from the whole world. So that's why we improved so much in such a short time, and we won the gold medal in Shanghai, because every day we trained with the best players of the world.
Which one was the most professional you played with?
Oh, maybe everybody was a professional. Maybe to make an example, to follow, maybe Tibor Benedek was the most professional. Yeah.
And the Goofy?
Excuse me?
The Goofy. The one that is...
Who is the Goofy?
The one that is always playing and just joking around.
I don't understand, I'm sorry.
The one that is always just joking with everyone else, with everything, just doing something.
Okay, I let you. There's a lot. Maybe Cacatera Alessandro. Maybe it was the Goofy, yeah.
And yeah. The most annoying one. Whatever is always just...
the most annoying, there's a lot. I cannot say one. Just one.
Okay, which one is the hardest one to defend? Was the hardest? Or is the
hardest to defend? Maybe Tommy Casas. Tommy Casas was one of the worst, and Manuel Seata was very hard to understand in every situation.
So it's not just the power of the shot that matters, it's also...
No, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter the power of the shot. It matters the talent. The thing that you don't understand why it happened.
Okay, but as a goalkeeper, do you also agree, or do you believe left-handed players? Do you think they are harder to defend? We usually say that.
I don't understand the question. Please.
Left-handed players. Do you think they are harder to defend, or no?
Okay. Maybe because you are not used to play against left-handed players, so it's not so usual, and then maybe sometimes could be more difficult. Yeah, for sure.
Who are your inspirations right now, or right now? No, I mean, who were all the time, throughout the years, your inspirations? We have already talked about Pavic. Do you think Pavic is one example?
Yeah, for sure it was. And when he quitted 2 years ago, I made it a post and maybe on Instagram, I don't remember. And I said, now the spot for the best goalkeeper of the world is available again, because he quitted. He was an example for sure. He was one of the best, or maybe the best goalkeeper of my period of my career, during my career. So it was for sure one of the best, and for sure is an example.
But who are the other ones? Are there other ones?
Moment, excuse me, can you repeat?
Do you have other inspirations that you can tell us?
Maybe Pavic was one of my inspiration, for sure.
Who are currently the best goalkeepers in your opinion in the world? I mean, in the world.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to list one.
Right now is Marco Del Lungo.
You believe Marco?
Sure, I have no doubt about it.
You don't have.
Pinedo is amazing. BH is amazing, but Marco Del Lungo right now has something. He's the best at the moment.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the role of? What is the mission of a goalkeeper in the match? If you have to say, I have to do this all the time, what is your our mission?
to manage the defense, because you have a vision, you have a way to see all the action during the match, and you have to lead the team, particularly in defense, but also when they are in attack, because what you see is a privileged vision of the match.
Mm-hmm. And usually, in my past, I have different views, and I have discussed a lot of times this. Do you think that we, as the goalkeepers, we have to shout out all the time and just try to make our colleagues to do their best, to give all they have? Do you think that we have?
I don't know if it is the right thing to do, but I did it all the time, and I did all the time. I don't know if I do it for myself or for my teammate, but I did it a lot, and everybody told me sometimes to not lose the concentration, screaming to be too loud, but it's a thing that I used to do all the time.
Always asking for one more harm in a block in your defense, right? Is that kind of? Okay, yeah. So we will show to everyone a video, and my video is still regarding this, and my question is, which style do you prefer? Vitor Nagy saying no with his finger, Daniel Lopes Ganes that he has after every defense that he does, or do you prefer just to defend with your foot?
No, this is something particular that happened in the past. I was very mad at the referees, because this was, I think, the fourth penalty that they gave against us, and I decided to do something special. I was very lucky at the moment. And if you can see, after the block, I used to scream with the referees, I'm waiting for the fifth, and they gave us the fifth in the fourth period.
But would you repeat or no?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Okay, so last questions. Let's go then. You have already talked about family. My question now is, and I've already asked you about that albatross of practice. My question is, in the future, will we have two new albatrosses or no?
We will have two new
albatrosses. I'm asking you if your children will be goalkeepers or volleyball players in the future or no.
I don't know. They will do whatever they want, whatever they prefer. The important thing is in the sport is happiness. So they will do whatever they prefer. I will not force them in anything. I'm sure about it.
So the other question is, how do you see yourself in the future, as a coach or just as a fan or a father? So I do believe that a father will be for sure in whatever how do you see your future in the water polo?
I don't know. It's a chance. It's just maybe I'll be coach. I will see. I will manage all the offers that I will have in the future when I will decide to quit. And I will talk, of course, with my wife, with my family, what is the best thing for me and for my family. But right now I cannot say because I don't see the end. So I don't want to decide. I will decide when I will see the end.
Okay. So, but how would you like to be remembered for the future?
As a correct person, as a professional player, and maybe as an example for the next generation, because I used to play water polo. I started play water polo watching Católico, Jesus Uran, Sostar, because they were sort of myth for me, and I would like to be an example for the next generation to start to play water polo. I decided because of them, and I would like that a new generation will start to play water polo because of me.
It's exactly for that new generation and the generations that are coming. I would like to have your advice. Could you please tell me what would be your advice for them?
To believe in themselves every time, because water polo is an amazing sport. Is a team sport. Is a sport that can give you something special in your life, and if you believe in it, you can become something great.
Good. Well, I've said that these would be the last questions, but they won't. The audience is also asking for. They are really interesting. I can see that they are really interesting for mentally preparation. So the first question is from Hugo Mota, the one that has already played, but is already retired. I mean, he's not, because he's still playing in England, but. His question is, how do you prepare yourself mentally for a big final?
Because I did my homework before. I used to prepare in the training months before, and then when you are challenge a final, you are ready. You are in peace with yourself because you did everything you could to be ready at the moment. So you don't have to be such under pressure because of them, because you did the best that you can in the past. So you are ready for the match.
But do you do some kind of visual preparation? Do you watch games?
Yeah, of course I watch game. I imagine in my mind what will be the action, who are my competitors and all the stuff. But it is the things that everybody does. The important thing is did the best that you could in the past, on your training every day during the week, and to be ready for the match. When you play the match, you just go there to take the award. The hard job is you made it before.
Right. Carlotta is also asking still regarding these mental preparations and mentally like the influence that our mind can do. My point is, or her question is, do you have any ritual before the most important game?
No, I don't, because as I told you before, I put myself in the training during the week, during the year, and I cannot be controlled by some rituals. So if I play hard, if I train hard, if I do my homework, I'm ready for the match. I don't need any ritual to be ready.
Well, so all the questions are done. I have to thank you once again, one more time. It was a tremendous opportunity. I'm really thankful. We're sure that we will be watching you defending for more years, especially in Tokyo.
I really hope so. I'll do my best to be there. I'll do my best, I promise.
For sure you will. Good luck. Well,
okay, thank you very much. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bom, para todos, a entrevista termina aqui. Relembro que podem recuperá-la no nosso canal do YouTube. Agradeço a todos que estiveram presentes mais uma vez e espero que tenham gostado. Na próxima semana iremos fazer mais uma vez. Por isso, a todos, um grande abraço.